Hi everyone, it's Howard the Condo Man, and today I'm going to talk about how you can buy a positively cash flowing condo. So there's a lot of negative media right now about how condos don't cash flow and rental prices are down, interest rates are up, blah blah blah. All that is true. However, condo prices are also down and interest rates continue to go down. Not only that, rents vary seasonally, and in certain buildings, rents are higher. In particular, at certain times, like September, October, rents tend to be higher. So, first question: can you buy a condo and positively cash flow? Absolutely, with 20% down, which is how most people buy as investment, 20% down or more. You can certainly cash flow. The last 5 units that I sold to investors, all cash flowed. I'll give you some examples, or I'll probably just give you one example at the end. But let me go through first the things that I look for to make sure that investors can cash flow. So first, generally speaking, be in the higher price ranges don't usually work out to cash flow. The reason for that, just the more you spend, the more you're getting intrinsic value, and the less you're getting rental value, unless you're buying a lot of space for a little bit of money, and that space would have to be split up into several rooms in order to make it more cash flowable. Um, the next thing, it's important to have small, efficient floor plans. So, a one bedroom, which is 480 square feet, condominium fees being equal, everything being equal, quality of building, price, etc., per square foot, will cash flow much better than a 580 square foot one bedroom, um, which is, similar caliber building, similar price per square foot, similar condominium fees per square foot. Much, much better. As a matter of fact, the rents are almost the same between a 580 square foot one bedroom and a 480 square foot bedroom. To take this even further, if it's a brand new building versus a 10-year-old building, the brand new building might even rent for more money than the larger unit in the 10-year-old building. So that's the first and I would say most important thing. Keep in mind, in a brand new building, when the building first occupies or the building first registers, there's a lot more supply than usual because investors tend to rent out, and that's going to bring your rental price down in the short term. But also keep in mind that in any building which was occupied after October 2019, um, there's no bar on rental increases, so you can increase the rent as much as you want at the end of their lease term. So getting a small, efficient condo in any category, a 600 square foot two bedroom, um, is always going to give you better cash flow than a larger unit with the same category type. Then the other thing I would look for generally is either low condominium fees or a really good value on price if they're not that low. The two will balance out with each other. But ideally, you get both low condominium fees and a very low price per square foot, and even an efficient floor plan. If you accomplish these three things, I can almost guarantee that the condo will almost cash flow, if not make you a little bit of money. So, some examples that I have sold this year. Recently, there was a builder who reduced a bunch of their small two-bedroom prices. So my client bought something where the net price was 576. It was actually 600, but they're going to get an HST rebate. So it's 576. The condo will rent for $3,000 with no parking. The mortgage at 4% with 20% down is going to be approximately 1750 per month. Condominium fees are about $350 per month, and taxes are going to be about $200 a month. I think, let me just double check on the mortgage. I think I misspoke. Um, I did. I'm sorry. So the mortgage will be $24.75 a month. Taxes and condominium fees together will be $525. So you're cash flowing at $50 a month at $3,000, which is great. And as rents go up, which they likely will in the next few years, he can raise the rent whenever he needs to. I sold another client of mine a unit at 323 Richmond. 323 and 313 Richmond are two buildings together, and he paid off the top of my head, I believe, $335,000 for what the bank was selling as a bachelor suite. However, he put a door on, and we rented it as a one bedroom. Some quick numbers. I believe that we got 2,100 for rent. The maintenance fees are $300 and taxes are $150. So with 20% down, that would mean that that his monthly payments are $1,315 per month, and then plus the taxes and maintenance. Actually, he's cash flowing large, so he's cash flowing at over $300 a month. So bottom line, you can buy a cash flowing condo. You probably need my help. So you're free to text me at 647-892-6636 or email me at howard@howardthecondoman.com, and I'll be happy to point you out as things come out that are cash flowing, or you can try and follow the criteria that I mentioned and see where you end off. Let me know if anyone has any questions. Have a great day.